I was against love and marriage and every हर relationship मतलब कुएं में जाता है तो सोचोगे ना कि अगले वाला भी कुएं में ही जाएगा. I've had my fair share of difficulties in relationships and I had a broken marriage. मैंने वो किताब बंद कर दी थी. लोग सोचते कि यार ये फिल्मों में आया और तब उसने शुरू किए और फिल्मों में आके बहुत उसने पैसे वैसे फेम देखा और शुरू किए. नहीं भाई, मेरे शुरू हुए जब मैं 13 साल का था. मेरी अपब्रिंगिंग अलग हुई, मेरी फैमिली सिचुएशन थोड़ी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड थी, तो उसकी वजह से मैं ड्रग्स में घुस गया.
About a year ago, he started organically to reestablish the relationship with acting as a profession and the film industry in general. There's no PR involved. He's doing it all by himself. वो उसका ऑटोराइज भी नहीं होता है, वो अकेला पहुंच जाता है, बैठ जाता है, इंटरव्यू लेके चला जाता है.
मैं मतलब this whole thing of over sensationalizing or sensationalizing and titillating, I'm as a viewer also I'm against it. You know, I mean, I am not interested to watch anything that is trying to exploit. The problem is of the gaze, which is the biggest thing in cinema. How men shoot women and women shoot women. You know?
Yeah.
How men shoot intimate scenes vis-a-vis how women shoot intimate scenes. I have also worked with directors who were so awkward that they went out of the room. I've also worked with a woman director who asked me to direct the scene because she didn't know what to do and how to handle it. Both Karki and I would constantly keep getting bold roles, right? And they're like, acha, bold scenes se to aapko. And I'm like, I'm not interested in that.
Hello and welcome to Bollywood Bubble. I'm Akriti Bagla and today I'm with Danish, Sayani and Prateik, जो I think प्यार का एक नया रंग दिखाने वाला. I can say Danish, so would you say that?
प्यार का एक नया रंग in the sense that yes, क्योंकि ये पिक्चर एक I like to say it's a rom-com wrapped in a coming of age story. और इस टाइप की rom-coms जो मेरे ख्याल से कई सालों से बननी बंद हो गई थी बीच में और अब वापस आनी शुरू हो गई हैं. एटलीस्ट ग्लोबली तो शुरू हो ही गई हैं, इंडिया में हो रही हैं. वी आर होपिंग दैट दिस इज वन ऑफ द फर्स्ट वंस टू डू दैट. जो एक अर्बन rom-com का एक ट्रेडिशन होता था हमारे फिल्मों में, वो बीच में आई थिंक पिछले 8-10 सालों से गायब हो गया था. और काफ़ी लोग चाहते हैं कि उस टाइप की पिक्चरें वापस आएँ, वो कहानियाँ भी बोली जाएँ. एंड आई थिंक स्ट्रीमिंग हैज गिवन दैट अपॉर्चुनिटी. OTT की वजह से एक ऑडियंस जो उसका रेडी है, वेट कर रहा है, जो शायद थिएट्रिकल में नहीं मिलता, वो मिल रहा है. सो आई फील दैट उस टाइप की कहानी जो है वो कई सालों बाद आएगी, होपफुली.
But why did you decide to show this from a male's perspective?
From a male's perspective, because he's the one who's bad in bed. The woman is fast asleep, बेचारी वो क्या करेगी. To be honest with you, the story idea was not mine. Harman and Vicky already had a story concept which I read. जब मैंने पहली बार पढ़ा, मेरे को काफ़ी उसका स्पाइन स्केलेटन अच्छा लगा. फिर मैंने और अर्पिता जिसने मेरे साथ स्क्रीन पर लिखा है, हमने बैठ के इसको पूरा बदल दिया. एंडिंग बदल दिया, शायो का कैरेक्टर थोड़ा बदल दिया, उसको इंटरसी कोऑर्डिनेटर बना दिया, 1-2 कैरेक्टर्स हटा दिया. एंड फॉर्चुनेटली जो हमने वापस पिच किया वो बवेजा स्टूडियोज को भी अच्छा लगा, जियो को भी अच्छा लगा. सो वी मेड द फिल्म बेस्ड ऑन दैट. एंड आई फील ऑल्सो टू आंसर योर क्वेश्चन, अनदर वे ऑफ लुकिंग एट इट इज कि और दूसरा फैसेट इसका ये है कि मर्दों के लिए स्पेशली इस टॉपिक के बारे में बात करना इंडियन सोसाइटी में बहुत डिफिकल्ट है. क्योंकि हम जो सोसाइटल उनके प्रेजुडिसेस हैं, कल्चरल इशूज हैं, सोसाइटल इशू कई सालों से. इनफैक्ट कुबरा का एक लाइन है इस पिक्चर में जहाँ वो कहते हैं कि इमेजिन telling someone that you're breaking up with your boyfriend because he's bad in bed, और फिर वही conversation अपने पेरेंट्स के साथ करना, वो भी इंडिया में. It's unthinkable. So इसलिए ये topic I feel interesting.
But as a director, what are some myths around intimacy or intimate scenes performed on screen you would like to break?
They're not fun. That's point number one. लगता है बना. Actually मेरे 2 thoughts हैं इसके बारे में, because much like Shayo, I've directed so many sex scenes now. I used to joke with Swara, who I did a show with earlier, कि अब मैं भी intimacy content बन सकता हूँ, क्योंकि मैंने गिना था, मैंने कुछ 15 या 16 sex scenes शूट किए हैं पिछले 5-6 सालों में. बट 2 चीज़ें. एक, फ्रॉम अ टेक्निकल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू आई लव दैट, क्योंकि सेट पे कोई नहीं होता है, सिर्फ आप, DOP और एक्टर. इतना फास्ट काम होता है ना, पूरी शूट में कभी नहीं होता है. बट सेकेंड फ्लिप साइड इसका ये है कि अनलेस यू डू इट प्रॉपरली इट कैन बी वेरी ऑकवर्ड. क्योंकि यू एंड अप टॉकिंग टू योर एक्टर्स, अच्छा इस तरफ मुड़ो, चेहरा दिखाओ, विच you need to know each other's boundaries, you need to sit with them before. जैसे आप एक्शन सीन कभी बिना वार्म अप के नहीं करेंगे ना. एक्शन सीन से पहले आपको वो साइड में लेके 10-15 मिनट वार्म अप कराते हैं. सिमिलरली डांस सीन कोरियोग्राफी आप बिना रिहर्सल के नहीं करेंगे. इन इंटीमेट सीन आई फील दैट इज इम्पोर्टेंट. You need to be comfortable. You need to create an environment जहाँ सब comfortable हो और actors के साथ बात करके बैठ के boundaries establish करके एक choreography का.
Yeah.
It's actually a dance. It's choreography. आप पहले ये करेंगे, फिर यहाँ देखेंगे, फिर ऐसे मुड़ेंगे, फिर ये होगा. और वो important.
But you know, Sayani, being an intimacy coordinator, do you feel there is acceptance now towards such scenes when females are performing as compared to earlier time?
Wow, that's a weird question. The problem is of the gaze, which is the biggest thing in cinema. क्योंकि gaze बहुत इतनी बारीक चीज है ना, so you can't explain it in words, but it's the way somebody just sees a character, right? It's where you place the camera. It's how the characters are seen, how you light the characters, you know. So it's there's a marked difference between how men shoot women and women shoot women, you know.
Yeah.
How men shoot intimate scenes vis-a-vis how women shoot intimate scenes. Having said that, there are also people, irrespective of the gender, who are able to do it in a sensitive way.
Yeah.
I have, as an actor, worked with many directors who have had different approaches, like Danish is saying, because Danish is somebody who had already done so much of it. He wasn't awkward. I have also worked with directors who were so awkward that they went out of the room. I've also worked with a woman director who asked me to direct the scene because she didn't know what to do and how to handle it.
Yeah.
You know? So it is also a lot of personal sort of, discomfort and biases and insecurities that sort of come out while you are trying to direct a scene. Even, as a director, they are not in front of the camera, but sometimes they are so awkward that, as actors, we're like, it's fine,
Yeah.
So, again, coming to a question, I think this whole thing of bold, this word is like a pet peeve to me. Because when I did a film like Margarita with a Straw, which was a really progressive film, it's one of the most significant films made on queer characters, love stories, and especially abled people. It was really sensitively done. But after that, both Kalki and I would constantly keep getting bold roles, right? And like, acha, bold scenes hai to aapko. And I'm like, oh, I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in a sleaze fest, right? So how do you make something not sleazy, but sensitively sort of show what the characters are going through? And there's a lot of emotion involved in it. What is happening in that particular scene? It can be funny, it can be dark, it can be, it shouldn't be voyeuristic. If it's, a lot of times it's just shot in a weird voyeuristic way where you're like, no, ye kyun hai aisa? Bahut awkward hai. So, I think it's still very nascent in our country. But having said that, I think it's the thought process which affects the approach with which you deal with the scene. And I think the reason Khwabon Ka Jhamela is the film that it is because Danish and Arpita as writers and Danish as the creator was extremely comfortable with what they were trying to say. If there was any scope, if there was even an iota of doubt in their being or mind, it wouldn't have been this film. Sure. So it really is about the person who's making the film and the intent.
I just want to clarify, when she said the problem is with the gaze, the spelling is G-A-Z-E. For a second, I was like, what is she talking about?
Gaze. I love the gaze.
You love the gaze, dude.
Always. But also you rightly used the word bold, and somewhere or the other, that was my next question. Do you feel when an actress is comfortable performing such scenes, they are labeled as a bold artist, and you sort of keep getting those similar roles because people perceive, okay, you are maybe comfortable or you are okay shooting those?
I'm comfortable in my body. I'm comfortable to do any scene that I'm required to do as an actor where it's coming with the right intent.
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable doing anything which is problematic politically. Again, coming to the gaze, where I know the intent is very important. Na? आप ये क्यों बता रहे हो? ये क्यों important है आपकी कहानी में? है ना? तो वो बहुत important है. this whole thing of over sensationalizing or sensationalizing and titillating, I'm as a viewer also I'm against it. I am not interested to watch anything that is trying to exploit actors because they're comfortable. You know what I mean? So it's a marked difference. So as an actor, of course, I'm comfortable in doing it. It doesn't mean I will do it for every part or every film.
Definitely. Prateik, coming to you, first of all, your character looked really, really interesting in it. In one of the scene in the trailer, I would say, Lilith Dubey talks about this whole concept of romance and companionship. I want to ask you, what's your idea of love after hearing, I'm sure you must have seen the trailer, after hearing what she said. And first of all that.
What is my take on love?
And the concept of romantic soulmate, the way it is explained in the trailer.
I'm going to have to watch the trailer again because I don't really...
The trailer Lilith says that जरूरी थोड़ी ना ये concept जो soulmates का ये आपने हवा बना के रखा है इसका ये मतलब आपकी खुशी किसी और के हाथों में but आपकी खुशी आपके अपने हाथों में बिल्कुल सही है ना that's the thought.
Yes. No, it's absolutely correct.
हमने ये picture 2 साल पहले shoot की थी लोग
yeah 2 साल हुए. No, but that's absolutely correct. I think हमारी खुशी हमारे हाथों में होती. I think if we allow somebody else to make us happy and give them that उतना importance दे कि आप मुझे खुश या आप मुझे नाराज कर सकते हो तो भाई जिंदगी बहुत मुश्किल से कटेगी यार. तो बिल्कुल सही है. हमारी खुशी हमारे हाथों में. And I think it's very important to live a life like that. And self-love is extremely important. And लेकिन not to the extent where like my character Zubin इतना self love उसने किया है अपने जिंदगी में कि वो अपने गर्लफ्रेंड्स और औरतों के बारे में भूल ही गया है. वो इतना self love करता है. आपको पता चलेगा फिल्म में कि again self love as in self gratification वैसे वाला self love नहीं.
Not a euphemism. I want to clarify.
Not self love, not self gratification. वैसे वाला नहीं. लेकिन इतना मतलब वो अपने चीजों को अपनी जिंदगी अपने जिंदगी के बारे में वो इतना क्या बोलते हैं
rigid है,
इतना rigid है, closed है और इतना
set in his ways.
set वो बहुत set है अपनी रूटीन में. और कभी कभी ना वो अपनी रूटीन पालने में वो आगे पीछे सब भूल जाता है. तो it is very nice. But I think as you coming back to what you asked, your question was romantic soulmates. Yeah, you know what? I mean, call me a hopeless romantic or a softie, but I believe in soulmates because I found mine. Really, I really do believe in. I really not. I genuinely see it, by the way. I didn't think
I was so many years. He's one of the truest romantics I know. He's all heart. He's all heart with everyone, but he's really like, it's the sweetest. It's such a romantic. I don't know if it's a tarif or not, but he's a really but he's really sweet like that.
Drama you got. I'm the brownie.
No, but honestly, I do believe in soulmates. I do believe in romance. I think it's very important. If you love somebody so deeply, and if you think you have, if you really feel grateful for your partner in a relationship and your love, I think romance is 100% important. You have to be romantic. Show your woman you love her. Do things, go out of your way, and be that man. Absolutely.
But Prateik, whenever even I see your pics with Priya, they are heartwarming. I mean, they are endearing, to be very honest. Prateik, you have come a very hard way to reach this stage in your relationship where, okay, you are very out, you are, speaking about it, expressing your love. Having said that, your past relationship experiences, did it somewhere or the other, bog you down, okay, or made you skeptical about the idea of love?
Yes, absolutely did. And I think it's normal. It happens to everybody. Everybody who's been through failed relationships or just, failed relationships or difficult relationships, if I may put it that way, always have a sort of a you always kind of contemplated whether if it's going to work out, if it's not, if your track record has been यार कुछ मतलब हर relationship मतलब कुएं में जाता है तो सोचोगे ना कि अगले वाला भी कुएं में ही जाएगा.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's normal to be contemplated. But I think बहुत प्यार बहुत खूबसूरत चीज है. वो कहाँ से आती है और कब मतलब वो क्यूपिड आके तुम्हें वो एरो से मार देता है समझ नहीं आता है. Because I was against love and marriage and everything. क्योंकि मेरी अलग ही कहानी थी. As you said, I've had my fair share of difficulties in relationships and I had a broken marriage. तो मैं तो भाई मैंने वो किताब बंद कर दी थी मैंने और मेरे क्या बोले कच्चे में डाल दी थी मैंने वो उस प्यार की किताब मैंने कच्चे में डाल दी थी. बट देन कहाँ से प्यार कहाँ से आया और क्यूपिड कहाँ से मुझे एरो मेरे दिल में तीर मार दिया मुझे समझ नहीं आया और हम प्यार में पड़ गए और हम मंगेतर हैं और इंशाल्लाह शादी बहुत जल्दी.
Prateik, one more phase I would like to speak about you. You have also been very open about your tryst with substance abuse, right? Did that also affect a lot of relationships in your life?
100%.
And maybe the opportunities work-wise also.
But it's a यार ये कहानी खत्म हो गई है, ये चैप्टर बंद हो चुका है तो हम आगे बढ़ चुके हैं. लेकिन मैं एक कहना चाहूँगा, लोग सोचते हैं कि यार ये फिल्मों में आया और तब उसने शुरू किए और फिल्मों में आके बहुत उसने पैसे वैसे फेम देखा और किए. नहीं भाई, मेरे ना शुरू हुए जब मैं 13 साल का था. जब मैं 12.5 साल का था तब से मेरे शुरू हुए. जस्ट आई एम क्लैरिफाइंग इट. तो ये फिल्मों की वजह से नहीं हुआ है कि ये अनफॉर्चुनेटली मेरी अपब्रिंगिंग अलग हुई है और मेरी फैमिली सिचुएशन थोड़ी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड थी तो उसकी वजह से मैं ड्रग्स में घुस गया. तो ऐसे नहीं कि मैं फिल्मों में आया मुझे बहुत पैसे मिले और मैंने ड्रग्स में घुस गया. ऐसे नहीं था. मैं बहुत पहले से ड्रग्स में था और बिल्कुल वो अफेक्ट और अभी भी अफेक्ट करेगा मुझे रिलेशनशिप्स में क्योंकि वो ड्रग्स एसोसिएटेड है ट्रॉमा के साथ. यू अंडरस्टैंड? ड्रग्स ट्रॉमा के साथ एसोसिएटेड है. तो वो ट्रॉमा जब तक सेटल नहीं होगा तब तक वो रिलेशनशिप्स में प्रॉब्लम होगा ही. रिलेशनशिप्स क्या कहीं में भी, प्रोफेशनल लाइफ में, रिलेशनशिप्स में, जिंदगी में. लेकिन एक होता है तुम्हें अच्छा बनना है या नहीं, तुम्हें सुधारना है या नहीं. ये बहुत बड़ी बात होती है जो मुझे करना है और बहुत सालों से मैं कर रहा हूँ. और अभी मेरी मंगेतर मुझे मदद कर रही है सुधारने में और हम साथ में एक दूसरे को सुधारें. लेकिन उनको कोई सुधारने की जरूरत नहीं है. वो परफेक्ट है. वो परफेक्ट है. उनको ब्राउनी पॉइंट्स मुझे मिल गए. वो परफेक्ट है. लेकिन हम it's a work in progress. It will forever be a work in progress and it's okay. People have different lives.
You need to move.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But do you also believe Priya got this lady luck in your life? Because 100%. Next you have Sikandar. I mean, come with this project on Khan.
100%. She has really, and you're not the only one who's saying it. There's lots of people who say it and lots of people who have seen it.
Also came after you started dating.
Exactly. No, she, a lot of people have said this. Sorry, we're totally off topic and but
it's become a therapy session for her.
Yeah, no, but she lots of people have said they've seen a remarkable change in me and just me and I think it's credit to her.
And like something that you asked him before, that this whole thing of soulmates.
Yeah.
But I feel as individuals we have to be happy and content with who we are. Only then we will attract the right person perhaps. But I have seen a marked difference. आप जिसके साथ हो ना, आपका partner makes such a huge difference in the person you become.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I've seen it with this boy because we've, spent so much time working together and spending, around each other that I could see. And I'm really, I've told him this, that, with, this relationship, I think what brought him is a lot of security.
Yeah.
which he needed. You know, he needed that love and security. And I'm really grateful to the universe for bringing him that.
Yeah.
कुछ तो सही किया होगा मैंने जिंदगी में.
आपकी तारीफ हो रही है.
कुछ तो सही किया होगा सर कि मुझे ऐसी बहुत touch with. I have a lovely woman in my life, and I'm very grateful.
Danish, so are you reuniting with Imran Khan? You know, that is a question I think everyone has been asking you, and even I was now needing.
Yes, I've been asked this question several times, especially over the past week. मैं वही जवाब दूंगा आपको जो मैं सबको देता हूँ. We are working on a project together. Imran is a very close friend of mine. He's been a friend of mine since I met him. के बाद तो 14 साल हो गए. We've been, our daughters are 1 month apart. So we are working on something. What it is, I cannot say. We will very soon make that public as soon as it becomes formalized. We'll work in progress. But
what are your thoughts on his comeback? Like,
यार ये comeback मुझे समझ नहीं आता है, but शब्द है मुझे समझ नहीं आता है.
It is a comeback.
Yeah, because there was a pause in the middle, but it wasn't like a plan, like, okay, I'm retiring, okay, I'm coming back.
Yeah.
So what happened with him, honestly, and I'm going to talk about this very quickly because not related to the film, but about a year ago, he started organically to reestablish his relationship with acting as a profession and the film industry in general. And he started going for podcasts and interviews, and there's no PR involved.
Yeah.
He's doing it all by himself.
Yeah.
वो उसका ऑटोराइज भी नहीं होता है, वो अकेला पहुंच जाता है, बैठ जाता है, इंटरव्यू देके चला जाता है. And it's just started happening organically. And around the same time, we started discussing something as a project. So, I mean, what we are working is this comeback, great. Whatever helps the film, but I feel that I'm more happy that he has managed to kind of reconnect and come back in a sense of his relationship with the industry and acting and filmmaking in general, rather than a comeback like a star vehicle comeback. मैं खुश हूँ, अच्छी बात है. मेरी पिक्चर अगर हम साथ में काम करेंगे तो
मैं भी मेरा पहला क्वेश्चन है, मैं भी
nothing wrong with that. But yeah.
So overall, what is your take on this whole trend of re-releases that is happening currently?
बहुत ही बढ़िया आइडिया. मैं तो कहता हूँ ब्रेक के बाद को भी रिलीज करें.
I support.
I feel that film should be
I support.
It's very strange. I don't know what it is, but if you look at it, पिक्चर है जो पहली बार चलनी चाहिए थी. तुम्बड़ मैंने अभी रिलीज में देखी, जिसने इतने पैसे बनाए second release.
Oh, really?
Such a good film.
Yeah.
It's not some 25 release here.
Yeah.
Now, my point is that what this points towards is that there is always a market for these kind of films. You just have to have the right time and you have to find the right space. अब वो जिस टाइम पे रिलीज हुई थी तब अनफॉर्चुनेटली वो मार्केट तब था नहीं, अब है. सो आई फील इट्स अ गुड आइडिया. अगर लोग थिएटर जितनी भी पिक्चर जाएं देखने के लिए, आई एम ऑलवेज फॉर इट, बिकॉज बड़े पर्दे पर पिक्चर देखना विल ऑलवेज रिमेन अ यूनिक एक्सपीरियंस. वो आप जितना भी घर पे देख लो, स्ट्रीमिंग पे देख लो, आई लव दैट. आई थिंक इट्स ग्रेट कंटेंट, फाइंड इट्स ओन मीडियम. आई फर्मली बिलीव ऐसा कोई नहीं कि यही देखना चाहिए. लाइक आई एम नॉट फ्रॉम द नोलन स्पीलबर्ग ऑफ नहीं, बड़ा मतलब बड़े पर्दे पर नहीं तो कहीं नहीं. But having said that, the fact that these films are getting a second life, I think is more important to me, because these are good films. They need to be seen. They should be seen.
Well, thank you so much. Really waiting to witness this Khwabon Ka Jhamela film. Thank you so much.
He's so much. Thank you. Yes, please watch it. Please.
और 4-5 देखिएगा, व्यूज बढ़ने.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Hi, this is Sayani.
Hi, this is Prateik.
Hi, this is Danish.
And you're watching us on
Bollywood Bubble.